One of my favorite cuisines is Mexican. Big, bold, bright flavors, so get ready for a fiesta. I'm making grilled red snapper tacos with a delicious jicama lime and tequila slaw. And to drink, some beer margaritas, a beergarita, if you will. Let's grill this. All right, let's get started. The first thing I want to do is work with my fish. Today I'm using red snapper. This is an absolutely beautiful fish. One of the things, if you're ever shopping for fish and you really don't know what to look for, here's a few quick and easy tips. The first thing is the eye. So you check this thing out. You want to make sure the eye is nice and clear, not too cloudy. You want it to be nice and jelly-like, but not weird looking. And it should also smell like the ocean. So a lot of people say, I don't like the smell of fish. That's not true. They love the smell of fish because it's the smell of the ocean. We're gonna add a few fun ingredients to really make this taste delicious. Lemon and fish always goes good together. Now I'm going to create a few little scores. Basically what we're gonna do is make these thin little slices, not too deep. When the fish cooks, it's not gonna do one of those. It's gonna stay nice and flat. So let's flip it over and do the same thing on the other side here. If you can't get red snapper, you can get a nice, beautiful little trout. But as a Floridian, I absolutely love snapper. Now we're gonna salt and pepper both sides. And a touch of olive oil. All right, now we're gonna take our lemon slices and go right on the inside. Like this. We're gonna take a little bit of fresh thyme right on the inside like this. You can kind of let some of those herbs hang out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a metal skewer, just pierce it right here, do both sides. Now let's get our grill open. I've got my grill on a medium-high heat because we want to get a really nice char on the fish. And go right down on the hottest part of the grill. Oof, so nice. We're all cleaned up. I think it's time to flip our beautiful fish. Check this bad boy out. That's what I'm talking about. It's gonna be good. All right, let's get to our vinaigrette. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to squeeze a few limes. So we'll cut these in half. We'll do probably the juice, let's do the juice of 3 limes. One of my favorite parts about Mexican food is all the citrus that you can use. You got the really tart, beautiful sweetness, then we got that beautiful savory flavor of the fish. All right, so we've got our limes. We're also going to add a touch of vinegar, using a touch of white wine vinegar. We're going to add a touch of olive oil. A little bit of agave. If you've never had agave before, it's imagine like honey. It's really, really sweet, but doesn't have as sharp as a flavor as honey. And then we're gonna add some tequila. So the lime juice and the tequila are gonna kind of create a little bit of a margarita vinaigrette. I'll hit that with a little bit of salt and pepper. And give this a quick little whisk. And let's get to our jicama. This is a jicama. It looks kind of like a big giant potato. This is such a fun ingredient. Not so many people know how to use it, but imagine it like a potato meets a green apple, basically. It's got this beautiful crispiness to it. It's got a bright crunch, and they're really juicy, but the fun part of what we're using our vinaigrette for today is that it has a sponge-like characteristic, so it's really gonna soak up any flavor that you give it, which is great. We're gonna cut off one end and cut off the other, and we're just gonna follow the lines we just made to peel it. We're gonna do thin little julienne. So let's add our jicama right to our vinaigrette. And we also got some green and red bell pepper. Same thing, we're gonna do a thin julienne and add that right to our bowl. Red bell pepper. I'm gonna add my red onion. I'm gonna add some green apple. The jicama and the green apple are gonna have a little bit of the same texture, but a very, very different flavor. So it's kind of a surprise each time you get a bite of apple and jicama. It's kind of fun. Add our apple over the top here, and some cilantro. Just gonna chop it right off the stems. All right, now it's on to my beer margaritas.
And watch.
This is a fantastic cocktail, check it out. Love beer, love margaritas, why not put them together for a beergarita? So a lot of these flavors are complementary of our vinaigrette. So we're gonna roll out a few limes. You know, it has been hot by this grill all day. This little sun shower we got going on is actually kind of nice. Beautiful, that looks good. We're gonna add a little bit of a simple syrup, which is just equal parts sugar and water. Just a touch. Squeeze it. You want me to keep going?
Keep going.
Yeah. Big touch tequila. And a little bit of beer. I'm using my Corona. Over the top. Let's give it one of these.
Go.
Boom, we're done. So the weather came down so quick, I didn't even have a chance to try my margarita. Let's give this guy a go. That's delicious. I'm gonna take 2 forks. I don't wanna, be too fussy about this. I just wanna pull some of the skin back. I'm gonna put this right on our taco. All right, now we're gonna have a little bit of our slaw. Now the crunch and that sweet tartness of the apple and the jicama soaking up all that tequila is gonna make for a really excellent crispity crunch on the top. Let's give this a go. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. All on the grill. Too bad for the rain, but looks like we got a grill in anyway.
Subscribe to Hungry and feed your food obsession.